Good morning, my dear children. Today we are going to study Chapter 3, What is Government? As you know that the lesson name is What is Government? To the first priority is to see the definition of the word government. So, a government is the system of group of people governing an organized community that have the power to rule in a territory according to the law. This territory may be a country, a state, or province within a country or a region. Another simple definition, that is, the word government refers to a governing body that makes decisions and get things done for the welfare of its citizens. It makes rules, laws, and regulations, collect taxes, and print money. The first paragraph of the lesson is every country needs a government to make decisions and get the things done. Now, in order to take these decisions, the government has a variety of works to do, and to discharge each responsibility smoothly means whether to take a decision to each works at three levels. First is at the local level, meaning in your village, town, or locality. Second is at the state level, means entire state. If you are in Kerala, the whole Kerala. Third is at the national level, that is the entire country, our India. The government has a great responsibility of taking decisions in relating to where to build roads and schools, how to reduce the price of onions when they get too expensive, or ways to increase the supply of electricity. The government also takes actions on many social issues, also by launching the several programs in order to help the poor. There are many things which can't be explained in one lesson that are being done by the government for the welfare of the people. The government also has the job of protecting the boundaries of the country and maintaining a peaceful relationship with other country. In fact, it is responsible for ensuring that all its citizens have enough to eat and their health is good. Whenever they occurs in natural disasters like tsunami or earthquake, it is the goal or to organize for the state and for the items relating to the food in the affected area or for the affected people. Sometimes, if there are disputes of occurs between the people, or if someone has committed a crime, then you will find that particular person will be in a court. So, here you will note that court are also in the part of the government. Even government also used to make rules which is applied on everyone. For example, you have to wear a helmet while traveling in the motorcycle. You have to wear the seat belt while driving the car. And these all are being done for your safety only. And government also take measures to control the resources and protect the territory of the country. So the people of the particular country will feel secure. And this is done on the behalf of the government, and they do their people by exercising leadership, taking decisions, and they try to implement these among the people who are living in their territory or their country. Now, the next is levels of government. So, till now, through the definitions and few examples, we got an idea that how the government is responsible for managing and doing different things. But still, there comes a question that how it manages to do all this. Talking about the government of India. The government of India, also known as Bharat Sarkar, is the union government created by the Constitution of India as the legislative, executive, and judicial authority of the Union of 28 states and 8 union territories. Earlier it was 29 states. We have already discussed the government works at the three levels. First is at the local level, second is at the state level, and the third is at the national level. We have also understood that local level means in your village, town, or localities. State level means which covers entire state. For example, if you are living in Kerala, then Kerala. If you are living in Uttar Pradesh, then Uttar Pradesh. Okay. Here you can see the two different types of maps, which will give you an idea about the working of the government. In the first map, you know it consists of the different states, and the second map is about the administrative divisions. Now, there is another example which will help you to understand in an easy way. For example, let us school. It will not be possible for a principal only to control the whole school. The principal will require teachers, supportive staffs, and each teacher or the supportive staff are having their own duty. For example, a principal can't go to every classes and teach all the students together. A principal can't to look after the school or look after the maintenance of the school. So he or she will require the teachers or the supportive staffs. Even a single teacher can't teach all the subjects. You would have seen in our school that there are different teachers allotted for different subjects. So this is how our government also works. It becomes easy for the government to look after each sector or sections of the society. Next, laws and the government. The government needs laws to maintain peace and order in society. Law establishes justice. It is meant to achieve constitution ideas, equality, and right against discrimination. Laws makes it compulsory for the people to obey it. Now, this is the only way that government has functioned, means by making laws and by implementing the laws on everyone's. So just like the government has the power to make decisions, similarly, it has the power to enforce the decisions also. For example, there is a law that says that all persons have driving a motor vehicle must have a license, or each and every person driving a vehicle should have, should wear the helmet, or the person driving the car or the four-wheeler should wear the seat belt. If it is not being done, that particular person can either be jailed or fined large sum of money. In addition to this, if this is any person belonging to a particular religion and he feels that he is not able to get a job because he or she belongs to a particular religion or a caste, so he or she may approach the court and claim that the law is not being followed because according to our constitution nobody should be discriminated on the basis of religion. The court can then get the orders what should be done. One more thing is that there can be changes, means if it is needed, and there can be amendments, means changes. Next, the types of government. Now here a question is given that who gives the government this power to make decisions and enforce laws? So the answer to the question depends on the types of the government, which is there in the country. The types of government: democratic type of government and monarchy. In a democracy, it is the people who give the government the power. They do this through elections in which they vote for particular persons and elect them. Once elected, these persons form the government. In a democracy, the government has to explain its actions and defend its decisions to the people. Another form of government is a monarchy. The monarch, king or queen, has the power to make decisions and run the government. The monarch may have a small group of people to discuss matters with, but the final decision making power remains with the monarch. Democracy. Democracy is the form of the government of the people, by the people, and for the people. Democratic governments. So, you know what is the main feature of the democracy? It is that the people have the power to elect their leaders. And if talk about our country, India. India is a democracy and the people of India have struggled a lot to get the independence also. And in order to get this achievement also, but still there are some places in the world where people are still struggling and their people have also struggled. In order to gain this democracy, the second point is about the representative democracy. So, in a representative democracy, people do not participate directly, means we all the people do not participate directly. We choose one leader, means a representative, through an election process. Like you choose the monitor of the class, okay, by giving the votes. The third point given in the paragraph is talking about the universal adult franchise. It is telling that a government means the current government cannot call itself a democratic government if it does not allow all the people to vote. Okay. So it is means that all adults in the country are allowed to vote, and that is known as universal adult franchise. The fourth point is talking about that it was not always like this. You won't believe that there was a time when government did not allow the women and the poor to participate in elections. In the earlier form of government, only men who used to own the property or well educated to go were allowed to vote. So that means that the women and the poor or the people who are not having any property or the people who are uneducated will not be allowed to vote. Don't you think it is unfair? Why we people are not letting the person to cast one vote on the basis of these things? Here we are talking about the time before independence, in which only a small minority was allowed to vote. So, several people came to speak against that. In fact, that in these several people, Gandhiji was also included, and he was shocked at the unfairness of this practice, and he demanded that all adults have the right to vote. This was also known as universal adult franchise. Now there is a journal written, it was written in 1931, that name was Young India by Gandhiji. In that he has written that, so what Gandhiji tried to make the people at this time, why we people are judging the persons on the basis of the education or the money, especially is focus on the wealth or the illiteracy. See, a person is educated does not means that particular person will be an honest person, or the person who is uneducated will not be an honest person. So this way the reason. So students, this was all about the lesson. Hope you understand the chapter. Thank you.